Back with this week's edition of the Knights Baseball Roundup, Coach. It's coming down to these 3 games here in the home stretch. Despite your struggles last week, obviously not the results you wanted up at Central, you took the 3-game sweep there on the wrong side, but now you're home here, you have Wagner, and if you win 2 out of 3, you have a really good chance at stealing one of those final 2 NEC postseason spots. Let's just talk about, as you come down to these final 3 games, just the season on the whole and what your biggest takeaways have been from coaching this young squad.
I mean, season on the whole, I think this program has so much to be proud of. Let's put it in perspective. Last year, this team had 1 conference win. We have 9 times the conference wins that we had last year already with a weekend to go. This team beat Seton Hall for the first time in 2000s, and we also beat St. John's for the first time since 1987. As well as a good win against Army, a really good program. So this team, I told them yesterday, I said, you guys have regardless how this weekend goes, of course we're going for it. Of course, everybody wants to win, and but if it doesn't, these guys have a lot of stuff to be proud of. They've done amazing. Again, this team had 1 conference win last year, and here we are playing the final weekend to go to the playoffs to be 1 of 4. That's my season, recap for them is win or lose this weekend, they need to be proud of what they've done, and it's been a huge jump from last year.
Yeah, it's one of the teams that'll go down in history. When you look at the record book, you're actually 3 home runs away as a team from setting the Knights single-season record. You have 56 right now. That record was set in 1986, so it stood for a long time. And this team, we talk about the home run prowess, led by the 2 freshmen, Sal Montecholo and Tom Rossetti. But when you look back at this, just talk about the offensive output, and has that surprised you just on the whole, how good these guys have been so quickly?
Yeah, it definitely has been, the development has been sped up. We put a lot of work in. Here we are early day, and guys are out here, they put a lot of work in, and so the jump has been a little quicker than anticipated. I knew they were good players, though, coming in. We knew we had some good guys, and, that's been good. And the home run, I mean, if it helps us win, we love it. Otherwise it's just a stat. If it helps, it's a big part of. If it's a part of us winning, we'll take it. Other than that, it's just a stat. But it is amazing to be a part of a team that is doing some history in their own program, their own university. So I hope they do. This team does get it, so they can hang their hat on. Being the team that had the home run record. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's 31st in the country, that home run rate. You're averaging over 1 home run a game. So obviously you're in some elite company there. But again, we focus on the freshmen. And just when you look back at this class one last time, you have Adam Frank, Nate Brodsky, Sal Montecholo, Tom Rossetti, a cast of others. But those 4 in general, they're really going to be duking it out between each other for NEC Rookie of the Year honors. I feel like week to week that race tightens and flips. From your vantage point, how fun has it been coaching these guys? And obviously you'll be happy with whoever ends up winning the award.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. They are competitive and good competitive, and they want each other to do well, but they want to do well themselves. And I think the Rookie of the Year has pretty much been dominated by one program in this conference. And whether it happens or not, it would be tremendous for our program to be the program to get in there and have a Rookie of the Year. But I think if you ask those guys, would you want to win Rookie of the Year, or would you want to win this weekend and go to the playoffs? I know what answer you'd get. Everybody want to go to the playoffs. So I think we'll focus on that stuff after we're told to stop playing.
Yeah, it's Bryant, that program. They've won the last 7 Rookie of the Year honors. Looks like that streak may come to an end this season, but obviously time will tell. As you look at this weekend, you kind of started to set your rotation for the weekend. Obviously, Aaron Cohn has been a staple. He'll start at the first game, but you're going to James Donlin in the second game. Talk about your confidence in him. I know he gave you 3 quality innings last week with 5 strikeouts at Central, but just overall on the whole, this will be his 4th start of the season.
Yeah, James is a captain. He's experienced, and it's important. I find it important, the tempo that we need him to set in the game, to start the game off. And when you're a team that, we haven't played well the last 4 games, I think the start of the game is important. I think it's really important. So that's partial of the reasoning why we're doing that. And we're excited, and we know James is going to do a good job.
Yeah, now you look at Wagner. They've lost 9 straight, but then you look at the competition. They've lost to Bryant and Central, the 2 top teams in our league. They lost to that St. John's program. I think Stony Brook was last week. Just is this a normal Wagner team that you're used to facing? I know you play these conference teams. You seem to know them inside and out. Or just talk about the scout on them overall.
It's going to be really well coached. I mean, their staff is a good coaching staff, and And Jim does an amazing job with the pitchers. We know they're going to pitch it. We know they're going to compete. We know, I know Coach knows, assistant coach helps with the offense. I know they're going to be tough offensively. They're going to be tough kids. So, regardless of their record, I mean, the truth is we had the same record against Bryant and Central as they did. We lost all 3 to both as well. So we can't sit here and say, oh, you've lost 9 straight. They lost the same teams we did. So I think it's going to be really evenly matched. I think it's going to be up and down. I think I'm going to age like 5 or 6 years each game, and it's never going to be settled in, and you never know what's going to happen. And it's going to be a super exciting weekend. I mean, everybody wants to come out. It's going to be a good weekend of baseball and good weather.
Yeah, and then lastly, obviously, this is your first year as the head coach of this team. You were with the team in 2016 when they made the NEC Tournament. But in your first year, as you look back, what would it mean to you to make back to the NEC Tournament?
Yeah, this would be our 3rd time. I believe it was my first recruiting class in 2011, sent the 2012 team there, and then in 2016. What it would mean, the world. It would mean the world to get the opportunity for these seniors to keep playing, this team to keep playing together. Again, we were picked last. We were picked to finish last, and here we are playing for a playoff spot. So it would mean everything for these guys to be picked last, have 1 conference win last year, guys not quit, come back, and all of a sudden now you're playing for the playoffs. But I don't want to get too far ahead, and I don't want to put the expectations where if they don't win, the whole season's been a mess. The bottom line is they've changed the program, and we're only heading upwards. And the things that we need to do better, and the spots we need to get better next year, we're going to, and not look back.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up. We talked about the freshmen a lot on this show. Obviously, you're going to send off your seniors with the Senior Day celebration on Saturday. Dylan Forsythe, Bobby Romano, and Evan McDonald. Particularly Evan and Bobby have meant so much to this program. Their way they rank up there in the record books. Evan's 5 hits away from 200 for his career. He's got a shot at being the all-time doubles leader. Bobby's up there in runs. I mean, these guys have been such great players and such calming influences on this program. Talk about how great it would be to send them off as winners and getting back to the tournament.
Hey, I just had all 3 of them in my office before this, just kind of end of the year getting together, spending some time, and I told them they've each had an amazing career. We'll start with Dylan Forsythe. He was a kid, that came here to the school and tried out and was cut 2 years in a row, and he kept coming back. I mean, it's a great story. Like, it doesn't always have to be the guy with the high numbers and the guy with the God-given ability. I mean, Dylan was cut twice and came back and then made the team and hasn't looked back since, and is team captain now. That's a really, really incredible story. I mean, he's getting his master's. He's a GA. He's getting his master's paid for. So he's going to come here, and he's going to have Division I on his resume, and he's going to have a master's program, and that's an amazing story. And then Evan McDonald has been 4-year, one of the best nights that we've ever seen. I mean, again, we talked about him, I think it was last show, and the consistency, and what an amazing career he's had on and off the field. And then Bobby in his 5th year. I mean, both those guys, I mean, all 3 of them are, but Evan and Bobby, being position players, they're really well respected by, like, every coach mentions them every year. They say good, and coaches are going out of the way to say goodbye to those 2 guys. And Bobby's numbers speak for himself, and he's played since day 1 too. I mean, it's an incredible career. I mean, the parents should be proud, their family should be proud of them. To do this, what they're doing, what they're about to accomplish is just, it's like a dream come true.
Yeah, those 2 position players, over 600 at-bats each, so they've made their mark here at Fairleigh Dickinson for sure. Well, good luck this week, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
So Coach McKay and his Knights will host the Wagner Seahawks here with NEC postseason spots on the line. The series is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. Thursday at 3, Friday and Saturday at 1. And also on Saturday, as we mentioned, will be Senior Day. So come out early and give a round of applause for our seniors, Dylan Forsythe, Evan McDonald, and Bobby Romano. For all information about the FDU Knights baseball team, make sure you head back to FDUKnights.com.